Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to see more. In today's episode, a Panthers outgoing, HKR's 2022 changes, and money. You'll see as you watch. So news coming out of the Penrith Panthers as they have granted the immediate release from the final year of his contract for Paul Momirovski to pursue an opportunity to play with, wait for it, the Sydney Roosters. The 25-year-old centre will link up with the Roosters on a multi-year deal. Speaking on the move, Paul was an integral part of what the Panthers was able to achieve this season, culminating in the club's third premiership. Panthers general manager of rugby league Matt Cameron said. Despite his relatively short stay, he impressed everyone at the club with his football IQ and commitment to the club's culture and ideas. When Paul's manager approached Panthers after the grand final with a request to explore the market, we felt it was the right thing to do to grant this opportunity, knowing that there was already a number of clubs that were interested. The work our club has done in pathways areas allow us to make this type of decision in the knowledge that it presents an opportunity to the next generation of Panthers juniors, some of whom are already in the NRL squad. We extend our sincere thanks to Paul for his contributions to our history-making season and wish him all the best for the future. Momirovski kicked off his NRL career at the Roosters in 2018 and had stints with the West Tigers and the Melbourne Storm before arriving at Penrith in 2021. He played 19 games for the club during the Premiership winning season, including the 2021 Grand Final victory over the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Panthers members and fans will have an opportunity to farewell Momirovski at the Premier's Parade to be held in Penrith on Saturday the 20th of November. So just to go on to that point in regards to Momirovski, during his playing career he has played 38 times in top grade rugby league, scoring 20 tries. He played 2 games for the Roosters and scored 2 tries, 11 games for the West Tigers between 2019 and 2020. After his career started in 2018, so it's not been a long stay. With a loan at Melbourne Storm, where he's played 6 and scored 4, he made his move to the Penrith Panthers due to this scintillating form, and continued that in that vein by playing 19 and scoring 6. He's also represented the Prime Minister's 13 and played 1 game and scored 1 try. So, on those type of numbers, you would think that the Roosters have got a good player in mind there. So let's see how he does and go from there. Some very interesting news coming from the NRL as the COVID pandemic has kind of not been too much affected for the NRL clubs, as the NRL will provide each of its clubs with a bonus payment of about $1 million Australian dollars after coming through the financial year in better than expected shape. Rather than bank any money it generated above budgetary expectations, the head office vowed it would distribute their surplus between the 16 clubs. The NRL came good on a promise on Friday night when it informed them most could be expecting an additional 7-figure income. Despite the challenges of another COVID-19 affected season, the NRL made $8 million above forecasts, with each club getting an extra $500,000. The teams that Teams will also get $100,000 for the game that they could not be hosted due to the relocation to Queensland for the competition. While teams like the Broncos were unaffected as they continue to stage games at Suncorp Stadium, it's sides such as the Bulldogs, who will receive up to $600,000 because of the missed opportunities to host 6 games in 2021. Very good if you can get it, eh? The NRL will also come good on a commitment to give every club a $150,000 payment to help them deal with the COVID-19 disruptions, taking the total of funding to about $1 million mark for many of the clubs. One club boss even said they are payments we didn't originally budget for, so it's a good result. So the NRL posted a $50 million profit for the financial year, a figure that would have been $80 million had it not been for COVID-19 costs. It meant the clubs received the highest level of funding in history at a time when the AFL was reducing its distribution to stakeholders. However, some clubs are still sweating on the funding commitments for next year, which the NRL will reveal in the coming weeks. Rugby League Central is completing a series of important projects, the finalisation of the free-to-air broadcasting deal, confirming the naming rights sponsor, and releasing the findings of a review into the Judiciary Match Review Committee and game rules. Another task is beginning to be negotiations on a new collective bargaining agreement with the Rugby League Players Association to provide a salary cap clarity beyond next year. This will be inflationary pressure on players' wages that the Dolphins have been invited to join the competition. The new franchise will be jockeying for player signatures from tomorrow, when stars on side beyond 2022 are free to test their value on the open market. So, and Rugby League has still got a pulse, especially in Australia, and the deals are there to be made. If clubs are making profit, well, if the league is giving profit and the clubs are benefiting from that profit, then not a problem at all. There's a little wonder why it is the best competition in Rugby League, the NRL. And hopefully there should be some models that could be followed worldwide for the growth of Rugby League. So we're now continuing with our series of up to now 2022 signings for Rugby League clubs in the Super League. And as you see, we're looking at HKR. And the first player that has come across the bows is Sam Wood. As Woods has joined from Huddersfield Giants, and he has played 86 games in his Rugby League career. 42 of them for Huddersfield. The 24-year-old has also had loans at Oldham, where he's played 14 games, Workington 2 games, Halifax 2 games, and in 2019, the most recent, 26 games for Batley Bulldogs. There was a spell with the Dewsbury Rams in 2021, but not many games were played as he was drafted in to the Huddersfield squad as the injuries were coming through. He now has joined the HKR team for a 2-year deal, so that's going to be a 1-year deal, so he has a lot to look out for, but he'll learn off one of the signings that they have also made for the 2022 season. Now, the next player we've looked at, you may have seen initially on the blip that I did earlier in the video, in this section of the video, is Phoenix Lualeu Togagagi, PLT, as is known because of his dad QLT, as you see pictured here. PLT joins HKR on a contract until the end of 2023, where the 18-year-old will go back for the first 6 months to Keith Cougars, who were playing with last season, but is a product of the Leicester Tigers Rugby Union Academy as well. Next, we have prop forward Greg Richards, as he has joined the club from London Broncos. Richards, who started off his playing career at St Helens, went on to play for 70 games for them. He then went on to play for Rochdale Hornets on loan 3 games and Sheffield Eagles 3 games, before a move in 2017-18 season to the Leeds Centurions, where he played 35 games and scored 3 tries. Since 2019, he's been at the London Broncos, where again he's played 35 games, but only scored 1 try. So his career appearances are 146, puts him in some good stead for this 26-year-old Cumbrian forward. Our penultimate signing for HKR is former Dewsbury forward. Apologies, 1 second. Take 2. Next is Dewsbury forward Tom Garrett, who has joined HKR for a 2-year deal. Now, it's an undisclosed fee, so an actual transfer fee was paid for the former Dewsbury Ram, who plays at the prop forward, and standing at 6'5" and 26-year-old, he's looking forward to playing at Craven Park University, or Craven Park, for the next 2 years. And Tony Smith has been really impressed by the form that he has taken into playing rugby league. Next, we have Frankie Holton, who signs from Featherstone Rovers. He has been with the Rovers for the last 12 months and is an Ireland international, and has penned a 2-year deal with the HKR Robins. Having impressed with Featherstone this term following his championship move from Swinton Lions. He was noted as part of the National League international team, and was part of that with players like George King, etc., who play currently at HKR. So he has some quality if he's being picked for the non-league international squad, as well as being picked up by Swinton, and then a year after some Rovers, then a year after HKR. And finally, their marquee player there on the left hand side, your right, well, left hand side, my right, Lachlan Coote, sporting the new HKR jersey. He signs from St Helens on a 2-year deal, and he has no need for introduction, as it was part of the last 2 Super League Grand Final wins for St Helens. Now, before that, he played for the Penrith Panthers 83 times and scored 43 tries and kicked 10 goals. He also played 83 times for the North Queensland Cowboys, scoring 15 tries with 4 drop goals, and then went on to St Helens, where he was most prolific: 66 games, 34 tries, 284 goals. He's also had 2 City Origin picks and scored 2 tries, Prime Minister's 13 pick, as well as 3 international caps for Scotland and 1 for Great Britain. So, what do you think of all these signings? Do you think HKR are making that step closer towards the top 4, which they got to the semi-finals of last year, in 2021, should I say? and could be of the reckoning. But hey oh, let's see how these boys get on, and hopefully they're good enough to progress that year further. Just don't know. It'll be exciting to find out though. So that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as it's rugby league. We need to help it grow. I know Australia are doing their part with the NRL and issuing out loads of money. I won't say exactly what I thought, but it's saying that the old dog's got some life in it. Tell me what your thoughts on Momorowski's switch to the Roosters. I'm kind of out of the blue. I know they're in a rebuild at this moment in time, but it's might not be the best suit for either way. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, and it could be a complete and utter success. And finally, what are your thoughts on the whole HKR squad? How is it coming together to building a new legacy in rugby league? A bigger squad, better, tougher, faster, and the shift in where they're getting talent from. Drop down in the divisions and bringing them back up when they're in form. Good idea. Saves money a little bit as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to share these videos with all your friends, tag them in, get them watching. In the meantime, all the best, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.